Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss about the case studies discussion with hands-on practice session on the optimization using artificial neural network and fuzzy logic. Artificial neural network is the topic which we will discuss, but before it we will go through some hands-on practical applications and hands-on training session of the artificial neural network and along with the fuzzy logic itself. I am Professor Utkarsh Nigam from the LD College of Engineering, Civil Engineering Department. So we will discuss about the fuzzy logic, the artificial neural network, its importance, case studies and the hands-on practice session as well. We will go through the slides, we will go through the detailed analysis, how the model is being built in MATLAB in the software and how the analysis is carried out. So this is the outline, the case studies of ANN and fuzzy, model building, the steps, very important, simple results plot, finding out the type of model or approach, which model we have to use, then the most simple model, rainfall runoff prediction model, means one input and one output model. Then water quality index calculations using fuzzy, irrigation water requirement using the fuzzy logic, and the conclusion. So this is the outline of the portion which we will study. The various applications of soft computing techniques, the artificial neural network, the fuzzy logic in the civil engineering are various, which includes rainfall runoff modeling, structural material suitability prediction, reservoir operation, stream flow, reservoir silt prediction, flood routing, traffic prediction, signal management, trip generation, model split, urban growth, transportation, traffic, infrastructure, forecasting work performance, pollution forecasting, tidal level, tsunami predictions, etc. So there are various applications which in which artificial neural network and fuzzy logic can be done. Various case studies of UCAIDEM are there related to the gated operation as well, which I have also used in my study as well. Means in the year 98, 2006 and 2013, Surat city was heavily flooded and the UCAIDEM, the releases were released from the UCAIDEM, which has called it the flooding in the downstream, the Surat city which is situated 100 kilometers downstream. So this is actually the case study of the gated operation. So how, so in this study the inputs used were three. Inflow means how much water is coming into the reservoir in the UCAIDEM. Rate of change of inflow means, for example, in particular day how much water is coming, in the next day it is increasing or decreasing, on another day it is increasing or decreasing. In such a way, rate of change of inflow means it is keep on going increasing or it is stable or it is decreasing. So that is also one of the factor. And the output is the gate opening, means how much gate we will open so that the downstream flooding may not occur. So these are the case study. Input and output are fine. In any of the soft computing technique, first of all you need to identify the input and output, then you need to select a particular method which can be used in it. For this approach, fuzzy logic based approach has been used. Complexity, what was the complexity? So in the fuzzy rule formation, we have also discussed how the fuzzy rules are being formed, how the membership functions of the input and output are defined. So that was found a little bit complex system, because fuzzy logic is easy to understand, but to implement the fuzzy rule and the formation of the rules are quite difficult to get the precise and accuracy as well. Then case study of water requirement index measurement. The soft computing techniques are also being used in this, in which we are having various parameters and we used to go for some measurements using the fuzzy logic, fuzzy quality index calculation as well. So development of the water quality index, fuzzy water quality index, and comparison with the conventional water quality. Means the water quality at a particular place is good or not, is good or bad. In such a way we used to carry it. Inputs are the water quality parameters and output is the water quality index. Means it will directly reflect you, it will directly show you whether this particular water is drinkable or not, or it is suitable for irrigation or not. So the methods used were fuzzy logic and ANN. So these are the case studies which have been performed. Complexity is of course if-else rule formation and its validation, because the ground report, the result must match with it as well. Then case study of the reservoir operation of the Ukai Dam. It is similar to the earlier case study, but in this reservoir operation is the prime focus. Earlier flood reduction was the prime focus. So in this, inputs can be taken as inflow, rainfall and releases from the upstream. So these three things are being taken as the input, and output is the optimized release. Optimized means the release which is neither minimum nor maximum, but the release in which no problem in a reservoir operation will occur. The fuzzy logic is being approached. So here also the complexity is the fuzzy rule formation. So in the fuzzy logic, once you identify the input and output, you have assigned the membership functions, you need to go through its fuzzy rule formation. So only the complexity, after seeing the case study of reservoir operation, the case study of water quality index, the case study of gated operation and other case studies as well, you will come to know that the fuzzy rule formation is very much complex problem. It is a tedious task, because to identify the input and output, to identify, to collect the data, it is of course one of the important tasks, but to form the relationship using the fuzzy rules is important thing. Then rainfall or water level predictions using neural networks or fuzzy logic, it can be done. Of course, the inputs have been taken as rainfall, relative humidity, pan evaporation and wind speed. These are the climatic factors, the meteorological factors which can be used, and the output is the rainfall or the water level that you can use. In this, fuzzy logic and neural network has been used. The complexity is of course neural network validation and the fuzzy rule formation. So these are few techniques which we have to use it along with the predictions as well. Now, how to develop a neural network model? Particularly in the neural network, we are going in the reverse psychology. We are going in the reverse manner. In other soft computing techniques, first we have gone through what we can say is we have studied the fuzzy logic, then we have gone through its examples, then we are going through the case study. But in artificial neural network, we have discussed first the case studies, that how much complex is to use the artificial neural network. Then we will go through how the model will be prepared, and then we will go through the video of what we can say is the neural network. I have also presented one webinar on neural networks. You can refer that if you are feeling that some basic concept is needed. Although I will prepare in the next class, I will prepare one module related to it as well. So how to develop an ANN model? Let's go through the steps. The first and foremost step is to open a MATLAB. MATLAB you have to open, and in the MATLAB you have to, in the workspace, here you can see the circle is being there. So you have to right click the workspace area and you have to define the input and output. Here the input and output will be formed just like the Excel, just like the sheet. It will be formed. So first step is to make the icon of what we can say is input and output. Then click on the input variable. Once you have created, you have just to create the input. Once you have created the input, you have to click on the input variable. Here in the transpose form, for example, here you can see the 5 columns are there and rows are there, but number of rows may be anything up to the data you are having, but the number of columns are representing, for example, 1 2 3 4 5 are representing the 5 inputs which you are giving over there. So in the transpose form, for example, column 1 is the values of input 1, column 2 is the value of input 2, column 3 is the value of input 3, column 4 is the value of input 4, and column 5 is the input of what we can say is the value number 5, input number 5. So in such a way the input you have to give, then you have to click the output and you have to enter the output. So in such a way you have to put the data, whatever be the data is available with you, you have to put that data. Then you have to come on the command window. You can see here in the circle, in the sphere, it is written NN tool. So NN tool is the particular toolbox or the tool which we will use for the development of artificial neural network model. What it will do, it will take the values of input, it will take the values of output, we will define some functions, and then we will give some activation function. Activation function is the thing which will give the non-linearity in a particular series, because non-linearity is important because the input and output are not exactly correlated with linearity, they don't have the direct relation, so we need to understand that thing as well. So it is very much important. So just write down the NN tool and then you will appear. Now this type of window will be opened. Click on the import, click it. So when you will click that particular NN tool, such type means you will type NN tool, such type of window will be opened. Click on import. Here you can see the import data is there. You can import, you have to click the import. So when you will click the import, this window will appear and you have to type. What we can say is on the input data will be, so you have to assign the input. Here this input and output will be shown to you because it has been already, the data has been given in the input and output in the step number 1 and step number 1 to 4 you can see. So this will be selected over there. So input data you will give the input and the target value you will give it as a output. So similarly output is the target data and input is the input data. It is because our target is to get the output of particular thing, so it is like that. So such type of screens will appear when you will go through it. Now your input and target data will be shown as shown below. So here you can see three things, three circles are there. One is on the input data, you can see the input has been assigned there. Earlier it was not there. You can see here it was not there. It is all the things are empty. But here in the step number 9 you can see the input data, input is shown. In the target data, output is shown. And here at the bottom you can see the new is there. So you have to click the new. When you will click the new, such type of screen, such type of model will appear. You have to give a name to this model, set the number of layers, the number of neurons in each layer, and click on to create. So here you have to give the number, the circle has been made there, the input and target you can give, the training function which is actually the activation function as well, then adaptation learning function, these two, and performance function. These three things you can give either randomly or based on some case studies or research papers you have referred. If you are not having a particular type of activation function, you can directly take the ReLU, means rectified linear unit function, can be taken blindly if you are not able to take any other activation function as well. Here you have to give the properties and number of neurons and transfer function as well. So number of neurons may be selected from 5 to 10 to 100 as well. So as per your requirement, as per the trial and error also you can make here. So as per the requirement, the number of neurons can be given. And then you have to click the create after assigning all these required important values. You can also refer to the presentation of webinar till I will make a pure PPT on the neural network. You can refer the link, YouTube link of the webinar which I have been presented actually, which I will also give in the description. Now click on your model. Here in the networks, in the circle you can see rainfall model has been written. So when you will click it, it will appear like this. When you will click on here, various values are there in the tab window. You can see view, train, simulate, adapt, reinitialize weight, view or edit weight. It is like that. Soft computing is all about input, output and something going in between. As you can see in the bottom, this top thing is just like it. So click on the train. When you will click on the train, you have to assign all these things, the inputs and output, other things will be there. Then you have to click the train network. And after that, you will, once you will run this particular function, you will observe the sample test result plot. Here you can observe the R value is, which is correlation coefficient. This value is coming in between 0.98, 0.99 or like that, 0.985. So it is like that. Here in the right side you can see the real versus predicted NN and its value you can see. So you can observe the sample test result plots as well. So this neural network can be used. The similar steps you have to follow when you are going for the forecasting values as well. If you are getting the R above 0.95 means 95% plus, your model is quite accurate in it. Now find out the type of model. Which type of model you are going to prepare? It is one input one output model, or two input one output model, or three or more input or one output model, or many input many output model. So you have to assign a particular model type. You have to first understand which is type of model to be used. So you have to restrict the problem till above in red. Whatever you can see, one input one output and two input one output. So as a beginner, as a learner, you have to assign yourself like here. The steps which I have told you of the NN tool, you can apply it anywhere, anything you can apply. Whatever be the problem is, directly you will get the results. Now we are going for the one input one output model, that is the rainfall prediction. So for example, rainfall is in centimeters and runoff is in what we can say Qmax is being there. So range is 0 to 90 and rainfall is also being there. So this is actually one input one output model. These are the key points. First you need to understand the input and output what you are giving. Then you have to assign the fuzzy rules, if then rules, which is very much important. Then you have to assign the values in terms of words. For example, rainfall you are referring as low, medium, high, and runoff you are referring it as a low, medium, high. We have now been switched into the fuzzy logic. So we will now do the practice of fuzzy logic, and NN neural network has been over now. So rainfall is low, medium and high, and runoff is also low, medium and the high. So these are the key points. Input you have to see and you have to give the membership functions. Once you will see the figure of the in the fuzzy rule box, you will be able to understand it quite easily. And in the output also you have to give the membership functions, 3 or 5 membership functions you can use. The most important thing is to give the fuzzy rules, that is if then else rules. Now go through the step by step procedure. First is click on the MATLAB. The second step is such type of window will occur. You have to type the fuzzy. When you will type the fuzzy, such type of window will open, and this window is very much useful to you people. And you have to directly, you can see here input one, and on the right hand side in the blue you can see the output one. In the bottom there are different functions being provided over there. By default these are this which are showing actually to you. You can change those as well, but in my opinion for the defuzzification Centroid is the best. So don't try to interfere whatever being is assigned by the default. In the above tab you can see file, edit and view. These three things are being shown. These are very much important for us. First of all, go to the file, then import, and then from file you have to go from the file, and then you have to add the variables, input and output, number of inputs, number of outputs you can add, but as per your problem you have to give one input or one output. It is such a way. So here now you can see it is a rainfall runoff model. You can directly see left hand side it is written as rainfall, on the right hand side it is written to be as a runoff, and the FIS editor is being given to you, that is rainfall runoff model is being given. So input, single output problem is there. When you will click the rainfall, when you will double click the rainfall, such type of screen will appear. Here you can see low, medium and high, and overlapping is being provided. As per the research papers we can go up to the overlapping of 20 to 40%. We can have less or more as well depending upon our problem, but overlapping can be provided, as we have discussed in the lecture as well, that overlapping can be provided. And overlapping is actually the benefit of the fuzzy logic, because when we are not able to categorize the particular values to be put in low or to be put in medium, we can have some overlapping. So that is the benefit of the fuzzy logic and the fuzzy programming as well. Here in the right bottom you can see the number of membership functions are there. Here triangular membership function is used. You can use number of Gumpbell membership function, other membership function. You can use different type of membership functions as well. So these are the different membership functions which can be used. So here we can use it. So here you can see this particular range you have to define, and in that range you have to categorize in 3 values. For example, low, medium, high you can categorize in 5 as well as, for example, very low, low, medium, high and very high. In such a way you have to give a membership function. The membership value actually depends upon what we can say is the behavior of the input or output variable. This is important thing. You cannot directly assign any type of values. You have to give this particular values. The output you can see it is also less, medium and high. For example, less input we will get less output. For example, medium input we can get less output or medium output as well. Similarly we have to assign the membership functions also. Now this is the if then rules, means fuzzy rules, what we can say is. So these are the different type of rules. You can see low, medium and high, and in the right hand side also you can say less, medium and high. When you will click on the left and right, and here at the bottom you are seeing add rule, so it will be added. For example, here 3 inputs are there, so for 3 inputs the combination of input is 3 only. So if we will see the combination of input and output, it will be 9. But for the 3 inputs, the 3 membership function, the combination of membership function here is only 3. So we will get only 3 output. If you are not able to understand this thing, you can also communicate to me as well later on, either through the WhatsApp, or you can message or call me directly if you are not able to understand this. How the total number of rules depends upon the combination of the input membership functions. Here only 3 membership functions are there, low, medium and high. So only 3 rules will be there. We cannot have 9 rules, because we depend upon the input is the key criteria, not the output. Output is actually the result. So input is the key criteria. Here you can see when you will click here on the view tab, then you will observe this particular type of window in which you can see at the bottom you can put any value, you will get some type of result. So in such a way, for a particular value you will 100% get output. Methods to get output: if you want to import or export Excel based results, and number of results you are having, you can follow these 3 steps. These 3 steps are: first you have to read that your particular file, then you have to take, means you have to give the names to variables A and B. A is the thing which will read your file of the FIS editor of the fuzzy logic, and from B you will get the output. So these are the 2 things. So you have to learn to import the Excel file into workspace or directly paste the values. Similarly, you have pasted in the artificial neural network for input and output, you can do it here. This is actually defuzzification. Defuzzification means after the fuzzy rules are applied and rules have been followed, then you will get a particular value as the answer, not word as the answer. So the value you will get, that is known as the fuzzy logic. There are different methods of defuzzification, but the centroid method is actually most commonly used. So this is the centroid method. You can see if these are the 3 rules and you are getting the 3 outputs, it is a combination, and then a centroid, center of gravity, that is, it will be give one particular crisp value, that is being referred to as a defuzzification. In this example also you can see how it works, so you can categorize it. Now this is actually the thing from right to left. From left to right you can see input is going on, some fuzzification unit is there, knowledge base is there, whatever be the data you are categorizing it, then you are getting the output. So as per the Farm and Karaboga 2000, there are 4 units: fuzzification, knowledge base means rules and data whatever you are having, decision making means fuzzy rules that you are making, and defuzzification unit means centroid that you are providing. All the things will be done by MATLAB. You have to enter only the Excel sheet, you will get the Excel sheet as a data. The important thing is to categorize the fuzzy rules, nothing else you have to do. All the things will be done in software itself. So input and output variable, number and type of membership functions for the variables, and structure of rules to be formed. Software's MATLAB software you can use it, and Mamdani and Susano method also you can use it. If you want some word as answer, you can use Susano method. If you want a particular crisp value as answers, then you can go for Mamdani's max mean inference method. This is the biggest difference between these two methods. So different things are there, you can go through those different methods of differentiation for a particular big rule base. You can see here the two inputs are there and one output has been shown here. So here at the bottom the red mark is there, you can see that mark, and that is particular the defuzzified value. So that is the fuzzified value you can see. This is actually the simple values. You can go through simple, then type fuzzy, then you will get something, and you have to add the variables. This is revision actually. Then rainfall and runoff it will go through. Then fuzzy rules you will formulate. Then rainfall you will go through it. If else rules you have to go for the if else rules. The combination of the input membership functions will give the number of rules actually. This is the input and output. This type of image you will see. This is low, medium and high, such type of figures also you may see. The membership function of the rainfall, infiltration and runoff. These are three combinations you can see here. It is rainfall, it is infiltration and it is runoff. These three things are there, and two inputs, rainfall and infiltration, are the input. So here you can see two inputs are there. So for example, 3 membership function in input 1, 3 membership function in the input 2, so 3 into 3. For example, there are 9 combinations. If you will count all these 3, 2 input and 1 output, and then multiply membership function, it will be 3 into 3 into 3. It means 27 will be there. But you have to look into the membership function of inputs only, means 3 into 3 will be there. So here only 4 rules, means you can have lesser number of rules, but you can go up to maximum of the combination of that as well. So this is the value. If you are not able to understand how the fuzzy rules are being formed, you can contact me personally as well. So don't worry about that. So this type of results can be shown in the water quality index measurements. It is being shown, the parameters being taken. Here you can see BOD, COD, pH, and these 3 things are giving you directly the fuzzy water quality index. In such a way, these things the framework is formed: input 1, input 2, input 3 and output 1. Here you can see the fuzzy rules are being there. Here you can see the particular value. So this is the fuzzy controller. Here it is, there are 2 inputs, temperature and soil moisture degrees there. The combination of this, for example, temperature, 5 membership function are there. In soil moisture degree, 3 membership function are there. When you will multiply, you will get what we can say 5 into 3, you will get 15 as answer. Here you can see the 15 rules. So maximum 15 rules can be formed. Even less than that you can adopt. If you are finding no importance of any rule, you can reduce, but maximum 15 rules can be found. Why? Because here the first input and the second input combination is having 5 into 3, 15. So the 15 values, and right side is here is the answer. So this is also, it is LabVIEW software. Here you can get this case study is being taken. So many things are there, and many values are being shared with you. Various things you can refer to the different books and the values. So go through this. If you are having the values, then you can practice as well. So it is a request to you. These are important links. The PPT will be shared with you. So that thing is there. You can go through those. So thank you very much for this, the slides. So thank you and have a nice time for it. Yes, thank you very much.